Simon & Schuster Audio presents Say Hello to My Little Friend, a novel by Jennine Capó Crucet, read by Krizia Bajos.
I always tell the truth, even when I lie. Tony Montana, Scarface. Etymology. They were already on the water, 20 or so experienced sailors and divers and one biologist. They'd set out before sunrise in 2 speedboats loaded with explosives, along with a pilot and a scout in a seaplane overhead, which would prove crucial. These people were on a mission. And the story is as Miami as it gets. But like so many Miami stories, and there are so many worth telling, it really starts somewhere else and a long while back. This one begins on the gray waves of Penn Cove, all the way over in Washington State, of all places, on August 8th, 1970. The goal that day was to capture several orca, preferably females, preferably juveniles, though it's likely those would be the only kind for which this crew could even try, seeing as how all orca, but especially adult males, are enormous. This kind of capture had been done before, but not by these sailors or this biologist. It was a kind of work that had a high turnover rate, as people could not, after doing it once, be induced by money or anything else to do what they'd done again, which was partly why this time, with this contract, they were hoping for a larger haul, 6 or 7 whales, if possible, and they were aiming for the lucky number. That morning was cold despite the summer day, not a surprise as the water there is freezing compared to what you get in Miami. There was fog, there was rain, but as the day went on it tapered, felt more like mist, then disappeared. The pod they were tracking and eventually chasing at some point split in 2, and while the orca fooled the boats and the sailors, the family sent the children one way, with their mothers, while the rest led the boats in the opposite direction. They didn't fool the pilot for very long, and when the scout, binoculars pressed over eye sockets, saw what the orca had done, that they'd devised a plan to protect their young, he almost refused to radio down to the boats and give them their new location. In the end, the sailors got 7.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?